Just give me my money. Just give me my check. I do not want to volunteer my services anymore.
Oh, you should have money in savings. Oh, you're a federal employee. You should be prepared for this kind of stuff. No.
But this is the reason why I stress that people need to have savings, emergency savings. You never know what's going to happen.
Government shutdown. I have been furloughed. I haven't been working. And we're going into the third week of this.
If you go to work every day and you don't get your check, what the is you finna do?
So if you haven't been living under a rock for the past month, you would know that the government is shut down and employees aren't getting their paychecks. So in today's video, we're going to be reacting to those government employees on social media voicing their opinions, and they're pissed and panicking. Let's see what they got to say.
Everybody keeps saying, oh, you're in the military. Y'all should have managed y'all money better because y'all not getting paid. If you go to work every day and you don't get your check, what the is you finna do? Oh, okay.
When we go to work, we expect to get paid. And I believe if you're a government employee, right? I have family members who are government employees. You have every right to be pissed about not getting paid when you complete work. Now, on the other hand, I know I might get some backlash for this, but when you sign up for a job and they let you know, hey, if this happens in the company, you have a possibility of not getting paid or getting paid later on, right? You got to make sure you read between the lines. Now, even though things may not seem fair, I believe that you need to apply to something that actually brings in a second stream of revenue. And this goes for people who aren't even government employees. What do you think about that? Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below.
The government shutdown. I have been furloughed. I haven't been working. And we're going into the third week of this. Now that's out of my control, but what I can control is how disciplined and consistent I am in my personal life. And the best way for me to do that is to go on a run. So let's talk about that. All right, we're coming up on mile 1, but discipline and consistency can be learned through running, because when you run, typically you set a goal and you want to reach that goal. But every time you run, you almost want to give up right before you get to that goal, right? But over time, if you consistently run, set a goal and meet that goal, you eventually train your body to never give up, to stay consistent and remain disciplined. And that will bleed.
I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't expecting this. I was expecting him to be pissed, right? And I'm getting really good vibes from this message. Not only because I've worked out for the past 7 years of my life, but also because what he's speaking goes volumes. Like, he's telling you to not focus on what you can't control. I mean, like that's how you get stressed out, right? Is focusing on things that you can't control. And as long as you give somebody else that power to control how often you get paid or how much you get paid, you really don't have control over that. Like you don't. Even if you don't work a government job, you don't have control over certain things. You may think you do, but that is called an illusion. But I digress.
To other areas of your life. All right, we're at 2 miles, we're at 7-minute, 52-second mile pace. But the trick is find something that you can consistently show up for yourself for. It doesn't have to be running.
I like his message. And exercising is a great thing, but exercising isn't going to pay the bills. So if you're going to focus on something that you can control if you're not getting paid, then focus on creating a second stream of income, possibly getting a second job. Focus on something that you can have still working for you while you're not working for it. You got bills every single month. We got bills every single month.
If I hear one more person or read one more comment that says, oh, you'll get paid when all this is over, I don't know why you're worrying. Getting paid when all this is over is not paying my bills today. We are dealing with the consequences of someone else's actions. So don't you dare blame me for not being prepared. Oh, you should have money in savings. Oh, you're a federal employee. You should be prepared for this kind of stuff. No. That's where
Woo! This is going to start some controversy in the comment section down below, but I don't care because I've been in situations where my pay has been cut off. I've been in situations where I couldn't pay rent. I've been in situations where I almost got evicted. And it's the hard truth. Everything that she's saying she's not responsible for, she's responsible for.
So don't you dare blame me for not being prepared.
You should prepare. That's like you not buying a coat for when it's winter in your state. And it's like, well, don't tell me that I should buy a coat because it's cold outside. Like, yeah, you should. Otherwise, you might get sick because you're not covering up your body when it's winter. You should be able to recognize that, hey, it's always a risk if I'm working for the government, because this isn't the first time the government has gotten shut down. Or the biggest time span where the government got shut down was like 30 something days. That's a whole month. But the way government workers get paid with their paychecks that they didn't get is overtime. So they don't give you a lump sum of cash. I heard they spread it out, right? Let me know if I'm incorrect in the comment section down below. I heard they spread it out over time, and you don't know when that exact date is that you're going to start getting those extra, the extra money that you worked for in the past. So it could take a long time for you to get see that money.
I shouldn't have to take out of my savings because someone else can't do their freaking job. Meanwhile, I'm here being essential, taking care of people, and I can't even do my job, but I'm the one getting yelled at and cussed out because still someone else's actions.
Getting cussed at and yelled at has nothing to do with your preparation with your money. When it comes down to someone not doing their job and you blaming other people as to why you're not getting paid, I'm looking at the man in the mirror. I worked for sales companies in the past, including my own. There were times where I wanted to blame people that didn't buy, my fitness program or didn't buy my course, right? And I'm like, oh, I'm talking to the wrong people. Like, these people don't ever want to spend money. Like, why would I want to talk to them? Like, and it's like, you can get mad at the world about why they didn't buy or why you didn't make a sale, but is that going to change the fact that you could have done better? Like, you got to focus on what you can control. And this type of mindset is a victim mindset. And a lot of people may not agree with that. Your circumstances aren't ever going to change. If the government shuts down again, you're going to be in the same boat.
I have an idea. We're talking about not showing up for work, right? Let's start with the unpaid government workers. They not getting paid no way. I don't work if I don't get paid. Let's just think about that. Airport's going to shut down. Ain't no TSA people. There ain't nobody in the air traffic control box. That's just one piece of it. They need to stop going to work. And guess what? They can say they're going to replace them, like we'll hire more people. Who the fuck going to take a job when they know they ain't getting no check and don't know when they're going to get it? Yeah, let's shut this government all the way down. Let's just slow down to a damn stop.
The mindset of I don't work if I don't get paid, sure, have that type of mindset, but also understand what comes with that mindset. There's nothing wrong with that. You can choose your own poison, but there's pros and cons to every job industry. For example, as an entrepreneur, if you're out here and you're saying, well, I'm going to hustle and make money online, you have to understand that you're going to work more hours and not get paid initially at first until you get some momentum. And so you are working for free. And I find it very interesting how two separate groups have the complete different mindset. But for the majority part of your employment, you will be working for money. And if you work for a company that says, hey, if we get shut down, you're not going to get paid for some while, that's the pill that you chose. Like the Matrix, the red pill and the blue pill. And if you're an entrepreneur, you don't get paid, especially when you first begin.
Some of y'all gonna be upset when I say this, but this is the reason why I am thankful that I am in the military. When I say the military is the best thing that ever happened to me, and the benefits, today is the reason why I'm still going to get a paycheck. For those of you who do not know, the government is in shutdown status, furlough, because they're trying to figure out the budget. So there's a lot of people that either got furloughed, which means they won't get paid, or civilians that work in the hospital with me, they have to come to work, but they'll get paid on the back end, but basically they kind of working for free. There are military people who just joined the military this year who have never experienced this. And I will say to those people, get with your units, get with your organizations, because there is funding. There are programs out there that can assist you. But this is the reason why I stress that people need to have savings, emergency savings. You never know what's going to happen. But for the people that was in my comments the other day, like,
This is the first person that I have heard in today's reaction videos that expressed how important it is for you to have a savings. I'm not saying you have to save every dollar. As a matter of fact, I'm not an advocate of that because saving doesn't really work as far as like you growing your money. It's a cushion to fall back on, but it's more important to invest. Now, a savings is so important because I know just literally last year, I was in a position where a car broke down. We needed a new engine. Rent was due. It was almost $5,000 in 1 month for us to still have food on our plate, have rent, and be able to take care of the car and still go to work. Like that's I don't know about you, but that was a lot of money to me back then. And I had to realize I was in that position and I had to let go of some things. I had to downgrade my lifestyle because I wasn't saving money.
It is day 20 of the government shutdown. All they got for me today is 1 day of telework for my troubles. I'm still having to come to work. Still having to find imaginary money to do the things that I need to do, to take care of the things I need to take care of. And y'all still out here playing. Just give me my money. Just give me my check. I do not want to volunteer my services anymore.
This is crazy, you know, and people are pissed off because they want their money. They want to be able to pay their bills. They want to work, but they don't want to work and not get paid. And I understand that completely. This just gives more reason why you need to have a separate stream of income that doesn't get touched because of what happens at your job. It can happen to any of us. You really want to watch this next video because we're going to be talking about how people are going crazy amount of debt in credit cards. It's not what you think. I'll see you in that next video.